Hey guys, welcome back to the Nerd Manual. Today we're talking about movies. Most nerds love movies of all kinds, and we will happily sit through a chick flick or a bromance just because we like watching movies. However, there are certain genres that are more appealing to us than others, and you might wonder why. So let's look at science fiction. Nerds tend to enjoy science fiction movies. No, what am I saying? We love science fiction movies, not because of the science part, which is typically wrong in every single movie. No, we love the fiction part. Science fiction movies are about escape from our reality, the one where a lone outsider can't do much to change what's wrong with the planet. We get to go into another world where the misfit turns out to have the answers that save the day. The rules in the real world are often unknown, which is something most nerds dislike, but movies allow us to enter a new world safely. We can see the future, the past, any place or time in the universe without packing a toothbrush. And of course, there's a good chance that we'll see spaceships and lasers. Now when you look at fantasy movies, it's the same thing, but instead of spaceships with lasers, they have wizards with lightning spells. And even though I'm kind of repeating myself, if we move on to superhero movies, in addition to spaceships with lasers, wizards, and lightning, add flying people who can punch through brick walls and read minds. It doesn't get much better than that. Moving along. Based on a completely unscientific observation of my nerdy friends, somewhere around half of nerds enjoy horror movies, and the half that don't enjoy it usually can't stand it. So a piece of advice, ask your nerd friends if they like horror before you invite them to your place to watch Dead Snow. Now, horror nerds may seem really creepy on the surface, and you may wonder what sort of sick freak wants to watch the ghost of a Japanese schoolgirl suck the eyeballs out of drunken teenagers. But the Dario Argento posters and Jack Skellington figurines decorating the apartment of a horror nerd are not an indicator of an asphalt-colored soul lurking inside your nerd friend. In fact, most horror nerds are polite, to the point of meekness. Much like sci-fi or fantasy, horror films are an escape. It's a way of experiencing the worst possible worlds without getting hurt. If a nerd can survive 90 minutes of zombie apocalypse, then he knows he can face the reality of school or work on Monday. Plus, horror movies give an amazing adrenaline rush. Now, not all movies are about escape. Documentaries are probably the most obvious form of nerd entertainment because they're full of topic-specific knowledge shot on high-definition digital cameras accompanied by an emotional soundtrack. Documentaries are the antithesis of escapist entertainment, and nerds put a premium on fidelity and reality. When they watch how Dr. Robert Moog invented the synthesizer or the life story of George Takei, everything better be correct. Documentaries that purport to show proof of mermaids or how giant aliens built the pyramids are typically viewed as comedies. And there are a few things to keep in mind when watching movies with nerds, and I touch on this in the Nerd Specialization program on Movie Nerds. Nerds can watch a movie over and over and over, relentlessly. If a new version of a nerd's favorite film gets released, even if it only has 6 extra seconds of footage added, there will be a trip to the theater. It's okay to suggest watching something new, unless of course it's Star Wars Day. When a nerd points out all the flaws in the movie you just finished, it doesn't mean she hated it. It just means she was paying close attention to it and would probably watch it again with the commentary track playing so she can hear the director's or actor's detailed thoughts about it. Like most people, some nerds hate talking during movies while others talk incessantly. It should be easy to figure out which type you're hanging around with. The no-talking nerds will appreciate it if you show some respect and wait until the movie is over to ask questions or pause the movie before discussing a scene. But please, don't talk in the middle of a highly charged emotional exchange or, heaven forbid, the film's climax. The talking nerds may need a gentle reminder to respect your immersion into the movie and save questions and comments until after, when you can have an involved discussion during a replay of the movie. Of course, if you're both into talking during a film, don't sit near me. So thanks for being here, guys. It's been great talking with you. If you find this entertaining, be sure to leave a like and put your questions down in the comments. I will see you next time.